Hi, I'm Plami, and in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be continuing my reactions to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the 2012 series. The episodes that I'm gonna be reacting to in this video are going to be episode 19 of season 1 called Baxter's Gambit, and episode 20 of season 1 called Enemy of My Enemy. But before we get into the reaction, I guess I have to address why I haven't posted any reactions to TMNT for a little bit close to 3 weeks. I mean, I've talked about it before, but I'm just busy with personal life stuff, and I just don't really get the time to sit down and record as much as I want to. I've been trying to get a driver's license in the last few months, which is kind of what has been taking my attention, and especially now that I'm close to the end of the driving course, it's what all my attention has been focused on, and that is pretty much the main reason why I haven't been reacting to this, because at the same time I also try to juggle all the different types of content that I do on my channel. And on top of that, with the most recent content that I did, which was my reactions to a few K-pop albums, I kind of burned myself out on doing any kind of videos for a little bit, so that also contributed to me taking so long to get into this, but I finally am getting into it, so yeah, I'm pretty excited to go back to it. And yeah, also, if you want to see a full-length reaction to these two episodes and many more that I've done, you can do that by going over to Patreon and subscribing to that specific tier. I think you're gonna enjoy the full-length reaction, and there are a bunch of other rewards as well, so give it a check out at the very least. So I guess, without further ado, let's just get into the reaction in 3, 2, 1.
That's a subspatial endoparticle disruptor.
Gonna have to explain if that's oh no or yay.
In the hands of the Krang, it's a definite oh no.
Why? What does it do?
The disruptor can desynchronize subatomic resonances, which invert polymolecular structures, causing them to implode.
Huh?
It makes things go boom.
Technically, it makes things go zwee-choo!
Yeah, I was about to say that. Implosion is not like explosion, it's
with that
implosion.
Disruptor in our arsenal.
Okay, I'm noticing that this season of the 2012 series of TMNT has a similar development of their fights and their fight choreography to the 2003 series, where for the most part the first season of the 2003 series isn't really that great in terms of its fight choreography. There's nothing impressive. Only about after the 16th episode where it starts to actually get really good. And it seems like it was the same for this series as well. So that's very interesting.
Yes. Evading a sword you cannot see demonstrates an ability to sense your enemy's intention.
I already know my enemy's intention, Sensei. To take me down.
Knowing that your enemy will strike is a given, but sensing when he will strike can mean the difference between victory and defeat.
Hi, Sensei.
That's a good point.
When do I get a weapon?
Ah, but April, you already possess the Kunoichi's most powerful weapon, the mind.
When was the last time you saw someone hit a guy over the head with their mind?
That's...
True.
Is that considered foreshadowing?
This way.
Is that considered foreshadowing? I'm not gonna say what it's foreshadowing for, because I'm sure most of you know. But is that considered foreshadowing?
This is way too easy.
Why are you always worried?
Guys, you're stuck in the same situation. Don't you think it's better to work together right now?
What is... Uh-oh. This can't be good.
Uh-oh. He saved him!
Saved you. Why? Calamari boy?
Everyone, I suggest a fight brain check.
Never. We do this now.
You wanna die?
Not too many jerks.
Balls!
Oh, dude.
Both.
Not good. Let's move it.
Oh man.
Me first.
Two balls, run!
world's longest tunnel of doom.
Not anymore. I don't think that's gonna make a wind tunnel like that. It has to have holes for air to go through for it to be a wind tunnel like that. He's gonna save him, isn't he? I like seeing enemies work together, it's so nice. How big is this place?
What's a nice fish like you doing with a guy like Shredder?
In many ways, it's all I've ever known.
Oh, we're getting backstory?
At a young age, I learned a very simple rule. You want something, you take it.
I like seeing more backstory about him.
The destruction of
It's definitely making me like him more
and your sensei.
as a character.
So,
I love to see them work together. That is so fucking cool. It's definitely one of my most favorite episodes so far.
Oh! Stop helping each other!
where's Dexter?
Fools! You haven't seen the last of Baxter Stockman!
Or otherwise known as Mr. Fucking Gadget. Okay, so this was actually a pretty decent episode. It was fun, tons of really cool interactions, and some cool action as well. I feel like some of the... how to say it, like the backgrounds, I feel like they were kind of doing this episode the way they did it as a way to not have to use complex backgrounds, because it was pretty much just black and white most of the time. So that's kind of the only thing that bothered me about this episode. It felt like they were not necessarily cheapening out, but making this cheaper episode so they can make more expensive episodes otherwise. Kind of like a clip show episode, what a clip show episode usually is in a cartoon or a live action show. But it was fine, it did a lot for character development, and I really enjoyed the interactions between the two teams. It was really fun, it was really fun, I really enjoyed it. It's not the best episode or anything, but it was a pretty interesting and engaging one, and definitely one of the better ones for sure. In terms of the rating for the episode, I think I'm going to give it like a 7.8 out of 10, because even though I really enjoy the interactions, I still feel like they could have done the interactions in a better episode overall, because I did not give a shit about Baxter Stockman, and he's not a good villain to me. His character is not as interesting as the 2003 version in my opinion. So yeah, I don't know. I just, that's kind of what's dragging the episode down for me. Otherwise, it's pretty fun. Overall, I enjoyed it, for sure. But there's definitely a lot to be desired with it. And, I just want to say, like, don't take me being, like, critical towards these episodes like this and saying, like, oh, there's a lot to be desired, as if I'm hating the show. No, I'm enjoying it. It's just that I have to talk about things about the episodes, and just because I'm not completely in love with it, like it's the best thing ever, doesn't mean I hate it, and doesn't mean that I glorify the 2003 version more, because I love both versions. I obviously have a personal attachment to the 2003 version, so for personal thoughts, I will always pick that series over this one, but I'm able to judge both objectively. So yeah, I guess now we can move on to the next episode, Enemy of My Enemy. You know, with what happened in this episode, it would have made more sense to be called, for this episode to be called Enemy of My Enemy, not the next one. But, I don't know, I guess. It still makes sense the way it is. But yeah, I guess without further ado, let's get into episode 20, Enemy of My Enemy, in 3, 2, 1.
So we all have to stay alert.
Yeah, you never know what could sneak up on you.
Like Karai. I expected her to show up, honestly. With the name of this episode has.
But I'm not in the mood. We don't have time for this. Guys!
Booyakasha! Booyakasha? What does that even mean?
I don't know, but it's fun to yell.
Whoa! No! You really know how to make a girl feel welcome. I heard
The sexual tension between Karai and Leo is through the roof.
Business.
The ones who are called turtles have been detected by the scanner, which scans for turtles. They are knowing too much of Krang's plan. Attack.
I hope you have a plan for fighting that thing.
Of course I do. Step 1.
Run! You know, I feel like compared to the 2003 version of Karai, this Karai seems to be more morally in the right, you know? Because Karai in the 2003 version also pushed against the bad things her father did and wanted to help the turtles and help the turtles a couple of times. But I feel like in this case, Karai is a little bit more blatantly good than the 2002 version.
That. See you back at the lair.
Where the hell did you come from? Why do they have to fight every single time?
Old, Karai.
I want to help you fight the Krang.
Really? No, of course not. We're enemies, you want to destroy us, you're loyal to Shredder. Should I keep going?
Look, if the Krang win, we don't have a planet anymore. That makes our little fight seem pretty pointless, doesn't it?
I doubt Shredder would agree.
Good point.
Shredder is stubborn and short-sighted. He drives me crazy. His stupid vendetta is going to take us all down. He may not be able to see that, but I know you do. What do you say? Work together for now?
Hell yeah.
Sorry, sister.
Fucking foreshadowing!
I know we shouldn't trust Karai. But
Come on, that was super fucking blatant.
Really is fed up with Shredder.
He's gonna catch her in the air? Oh, come on.
You okay?
Yeah, are you?
Oh, get a room, you two.
I'm not really good about saying thank you. My point is, to take out a ship like that, you need a real weapon.
Oh yeah? Like what?
What if I got you a shoulder-fired missile launcher?
I'm starting to like her.
Where are you gonna get a shoulder-fired missile launcher?
Shredder, of course.
We're talking about the same Shredder, right? Big dude, lots of blades, really hates us?
Yeah, something tells me he's not gonna want to share his toys with us.
He won't know about it. He's buying a big shipment of weapons down at the docks tomorrow night. All we need to do is sneak in and help ourselves.
Anyone else smell a trap?
Sorry, that was me. Oh, right. What should we blow up second?
If Karai can pull it off.
Are you worried about your girlfriend? I see why you guys do that now. It's kind of fun.
It isn't gonna be easy. Shredder's gonna be there too. Hey, you're right. For once we know where Shredder's gonna be ahead of time. Which means we could set a trap for him. What?
Don't risk the situation, please, Raph. Be rational about this.
They want to take us out.
So does Shredder. This may be our only chance to take him by surprise.
Oh, come on, you're gonna have more chances. You're gonna ruin it now.
Guys, let's take down the Shredder.
Somebody is way too over their shells. Guys, you're doing a bad thing right now. That's a terrible decision.
Yakasha Shredhead.
Look out!
That was a terrible idea.
Are you kidding me?
I do not understand that woman.
I do. She wants to take out the Krang, not the Shredder. She's still your enemy. And now you're not going to be able to take out either of them.
This can't get much worse.
I thought you were better than this. I thought you were
I thought so
my
too.
friend. How could you betray me? You're just as short-sighted and obsessed as Shredder.
Yeah.
You said yourself how bad Shredder is. Why are you protecting him? You said he's driving you crazy.
He drives me crazy because he's my father.
Your father? Shredder is your father? You're Shredder's daughter?
Who could have seen that coming? It's so unexpected. Honestly, again, this show makes the turtles come off as the dumb guys. As the bad guys. Or not necessarily as the bad guys, but not necessarily as the good guys. Because they had the ability to join with Karai and take out the Krang, but no, they had to take out the Shredder. It makes them unlikable.
It's not that bad. You blew up the Krang ship.
But I also blew our chance to get Karai on our side. Look, she's Shredder's daughter, his blood. She was never gonna be on our side. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I was just believing what I wanted to.
I've been there, dude. For me, it was leprechauns.
Are you seriously comparing what I am going through to the time you found out leprechauns aren't real?
Leprechauns aren't real?
Okay, so all things considered, I guess this episode was a little bit more important to plot stuff, but it definitely had the weight of a plot-heavy episode. But I kind of enjoyed the last episode a little bit more. I don't know, I feel like the last one just had a little bit more fun and it was more character-driven rather than this one being more plot-driven. And I guess nowadays I've started or ended up enjoying character-driven episodes of anything much more than the plot-driven stuff. I don't know. Still, there was cool interactions as always between Karai and Leo. There was some cool choreography, but as I said, it just keeps bothering me. It just keeps standing out in those moments where I know that if this was an R-rated cartoon, they wouldn't be doing those kind of moves because the character would have been dead. So they only do those kind of moves because they know that the characters are not going to get harmed. And I don't know, maybe that's just something that I'm nitpicking about the show, but it just stands out to me. And there's nothing I can do about it, really. But yeah, overall it was fine, but I feel like it just didn't really, even though it was like a plot-heavy episode, it didn't really move that much stuff. It was just another interaction between Leo and Karai not being able, wanting to trust each other, but not being able to trust each other, and then fighting again. So I think this is like this show in a nutshell, essentially. Some plot-heavy stuff, some cool action, some cool interactions between characters, but a lot of the time the show just ends up spinning its wheels. That's kind of what it felt with this episode, and that's why I'm saying it's like this show in a nutshell. There's a lot of good stuff, but a lot of the time the show just spins its wheels for some reason. But still, it was a fine episode. I think it was probably, it ultimately came off as a more complete episode and more sophisticated episode. Which is why I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10 compared to previous episodes 7.8 out of 10. But in terms of enjoyment, I enjoyed the last episode a little bit more. But yeah, hopefully you're not going to have to wait as much as you did for this reaction for the next one. I'm going to try to do it, if not tomorrow, the day after that. But it's definitely not going to be that many weeks because I'm almost done with the driving license stuff. So soon I'm going to be free to do as many videos as I want to again. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe. Also check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories. Because in addition to doing all these videos for my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge support and help with the channel going and help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!